Hello everybody on YouTube. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, if you guys can please subscribe to my page, kindly give my videos a thumbs up. Thank you, and I really appreciate your guys' love and support. Now, tonight's video is called Tourists Getting Drugged in El Parque Lleras and in Envigado in Medellin, Colombia. Okay? Now, the reason I decided to touch this subject tonight was for the simple fact that these last couple of weeks and months, a lot of my subscribers, as well as new subscribers, have been asking me if they can bring female escorts or females back to the room. Now, the only time you should ever bring somebody back to your room is if you know this person off top, you've spent time in their house, you know the family and stuff like that. Because if you just bring any random person up to your room, you become vulnerable and then you can become prey. Okay? Because you don't know if these females, that are so called being with you are involved with criminal groups that are drugging tourists and taking them for everything they got. Okay? There was this case last year, 2018, March of 2018, where this group was confirmed by 3 females and 2 guys. Okay, now they personally go for the areas which are called La Zona Rosa, which is the most high-end parts of Medellin. Okay, now they would target, guys that would already be faded, and they would just drug them, and then the female would make a big old commotion so that way, to distract other people, and then take the individual that was already drugged to the ATM and dispose of for everything he had. And on top of that, what they would do is, with the help of their criminal buddies, they would take them back to their room and dispose them of their laptop, maybe a couple of thousand laying around, expensive camera gear, etc., etc. So to avoid these situations, my recommendations would be, I wrote them here, to be with a trustworthy group of friends. Okay, if you drink, always drink to the point where you're not so faded, to the point where you're still aware and still in control of yourself. Okay, and like I told you guys, man, you're gonna have a beautiful time in Medellin, Colombia. For the most part, it's a beautiful city, and the druggings happen in different parts of Colombia, and where they happen most often is in places like Bogota, Cali, and Medellin. They do happen too, and in different departments as well. This is a worldwide problem. This is not going down in Colombia, so I don't want you guys being, oh my God, like I'm not going to Colombia because he's telling me that people are being drugged. No, this can happen anywhere in the world. It just all depends on how you carry yourself. A lot of these people, they look for people that are vulnerable. They look for people that they don't just think they just walk up to you. They size up the prey. You know what I mean? They observe you. They scope you off from head to toe. They ask you a couple of questions. Maybe if you have family there, how long are you planning to stay? If it's your first time there, try not to give out so much information about yourself. And like I told you guys, man, if you guys want to bring a female and want to spend one-on-one time, that's fine. There's plenty of hotels scattered throughout the city of Medellin and in Envigado as well. But don't just bring like any random person you just met off of Front Street just because she's really beautiful and because she's making you feel good. She's touching your hair there. She's making you feel really good. You feel me? Don't just fall for that. You know what I mean? Really see the situation for what it is. And there's this inner voice that's always telling us when something's not right, go with it. If you go against it, guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're going against that intuition that's going to help you get out of a rough one. And if you go against it, you can become victim. And 9 times out of 10, I mean, there's been incidents this last December that people were drugged. And there's been like 3 incidents in Medellin where these people, died. So we don't want you to become victim because you just never know, how much of this they're giving you. And with enough escopolomina, it's enough to kill a grown horse, a full-grown horse. So we want to make sure that you're taken care of because this drug, escopolamina, is out of this tree called el árbol borrachero, the drunk tree. And It's vicious, man. That shit is something else. That escopolomina thing, it is no joke. I've never been through it, and I never want to go through it. That's why I'm always on point. You know what I mean? It's better to be a little paranoid, not to be so visible about it, but always be aware of your surroundings. If you're drinking, don't ever drink something that somebody gave you open already off top, especially if you don't know that individual. And if you're going to get up to take a piss, take the bottle inside the restroom. Who cares if the females get mad? Who cares? Always, always keep an eye on your drink. Females do the same thing. They're always watching out for their friends. If you go out with females, you'll notice that the females, you know what I mean, there's probably going to be one or two that are always making sure that the rest of them are all right. And the guys that do approach them, you know what I mean, they're being watched. So the same thing applies for men. You guys have to look out for one another. If you see that, you know what I mean, your friend, you know what I mean, he's a little faded, you know what I mean, be with him. If you have a friend that doesn't know how to act when he drinks, then just don't hang out with him, because in the long run, you guys are a team and you have to look out for one another. Now, in Colombia, you're going to have many, many, many beautiful, beautiful females out there. And a lot of those females that are out there drugging tourists, they're using their very seductive and sexy looks to prey upon you guys that are out there doing your thing. Now, they know that if you're going to places like El Parque Lleras and places like En Envigado, which are the Zona Rosas of Medellin, that 9 times out of 10, those individuals have money. So that's who they're preying on. And they're going to high-end clubs. I don't know the name of the clubs, but there is a lot of high-end clubs in Medellin, Colombia, en el Parque Lleras. Places like Luxury Club, Club Babylon, Fahrenheit, Dulce Jesus Mío, Club Oye Bonita, and so forth and so forth. So always be on point. There's many, many places to be as far as partying in the city of Medellin. You have Laureles La 33, you have La 45, you have Buenos Aires, you have La 70, which is 70th Street, which is a really nice area. Strongly recommend it. You feel that true Colombian experience in many, many ways. You have a lot of beautiful females out there. They're very easy. They're fun to be with. They're really easygoing. And you have El Barrio Colombia and El Parque Lleras. So for the most part, you know, I mean, you guys have many, many options. And also, you have this other area in Bello, okay, where there's not like a lot of like big clubs, but the clubs that are there, you know what I mean, they pack a punch because they have really beautiful females. I mean, they're not as big as the ones out there in El Parque Lleras and 70th Street, but you know what I mean, a lot of the beautiful, beautiful females in Medellin are from the neighborhoods. You know what I mean, like Manriquez Oriental, Aranjuez, Campo Valdez, El Robledo, Bello. You know what I mean, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised with the type of females that you will encounter in those in those neighborhoods of Medellin, in las comunas or the barrios of Medallo. So for the most part, guys, you know what I mean, just pay attention to the signs. Always be visible. You know what I mean? They're going to ask you sometimes. You'll get people that are going to analyze you, ask you if you have family there. If you know, what they want to know basically is if you're familiar, if you're up on game, if they can run game on you. If they feel that they can't run game on you, then they'll just move on to somebody else. But like I told you guys, man, like always be on point. If you're going to drink, always drink to the point where you're in control. And always, you know what I mean, keep a nice little tight cycle with you. You feel me? Like, don't just wander off and just be like, oh yeah, she's fine and this and that. Because I'm telling you, man, El Parque Lleras, don't get me wrong, it's a nice destination. But you're going to run into a lot of female escorts. You're going to run into people of all types of, you know what I mean, from different parts of the world and from different parts of Colombia. So there's going to be good people as well as bad people in every part of the world. This is just a video so that way you guys can be on point, and the video to bring awareness to those guys going to Medellin, Colombia. So that way you guys can be on point, and that way you guys know how to confront the situation if the situation is presented. Okay? Don't give out too much information about you. If you're going to pop out money, you know what I mean, always carry enough. But don't ever expose, like a lot of you guys want to like pop out your wallet so that the female can see that, you know what I mean, you have a lot of money. Don't do that. Don't do that, because You know what I mean? You just never know off top who that person might be that you're flossing to. And if that person has friends that are no good, then guess what? You know what I mean? They will roll up on you. You just never know. It's better to be safe than sorry. So I hope that this video was really good to you, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys can please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. We're trying to get this video up to 1,000 thumbs up. Okay, so please make sure to smash that thumbs up button. It's going to really help my channel grow. Okay, if you're new to my YouTube channel, I have plenty of videos on helping you guys get around Medellin and Colombia in general.